Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly forecast for May 11th through the 17th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here, and then we're going to pull a spirit message for everybody from this deck here. So without further ado, my darlings, let's go ahead and jump right on in here. See what's coming up in the week ahead for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle. Alrighty, my dears. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your first card for the week here is the Empress. Okay, so this is very beautiful, nurturing, abundant energy. Okay, and the Empress card can be symbolic, not symbolic, but it can stand for Libra energy or feminine Libra energy. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra this week, or if you have Libra in your chart somewhere, that might be coming up in your energy pretty strongly. And if you did have Libra, then it would be the more kind of feminine aspects or creative aspects of the sign. Now, Empress can also indicate mother or maternal energy. So, excuse me, Leo. Some of you may be feeling, if you have a mother who's passed on, you may be feeling her around you a lot this week. You may be having dreams of her. If your mother is still alive, you may be feeling a need or a desire to maybe speak with her more or kind of get her counsel or guidance. Maybe you're feeling a need for mothering. I know here in the States we just had Mother's Day, so maybe some of you are still kind of like in that vibe or energy, or you're coming into your own nurturing abilities and skills. Empress, for me, generally in my readings, when I'm doing private readings, I see this card come up a lot for people who are beginning some kind of work that is near and dear to them. Okay, creating something that is near and dear to them, and the majority of the time it's something that ends up being financially abundant. But the thing is that because you're creating something so big, it can take some time, right? I mean, after all, the Empress is a major arcana card, and the major arcana cards, when they come up, they're not just going to be around us for a few days or for a week. It's a cycle that we're stepping into. It's like a chapter in our life, right? Some chapters are longer than others, but it's going to be around for a while. And so you might be feeling some level of inspiration, and you may be feeling some level of inspiration to put something out there that you seem or deem as beautiful, like you're very inspired and you're in that creative zone or creative energy. The Empress is about beauty, and so some of you are maybe beginning to see the beauty in yourself, or your opinion of beauty is changing. What you find beautiful is changing. You may be coming into higher vibrational energy. I feel very strong Archangel Jophiel vibes around this. So I do feel a lot of you may be having a lot of energy that you might be feeling or receiving from her this week. Archangel Jophiel helps us to see the beauty in life, to see the beauty in ourselves, and to speak more lovingly with ourselves in our mind. So I feel like a lot of you are going to have a turnaround, Leo, this week with like that mental record in your head, the kind of thoughts that you're feeling or the way that you're viewing yourself. Some of you are like remothering or reparenting yourself, or you may be having the influence of someone that could have Libra in their chart. It could be their moon, their rising, their Venus, it could be their sun sign. Or somebody who's being very nurturing towards you and kind of helping you with this, like, changing that record in your head so that you're speaking more nurturing towards yourself. You're speaking more lovingly towards yourself. You're being more encouraging, right? So I just feel like this is a new beginning for a lot of you. A new beginning for a lot of you. Some of you might be, wanting to conceive. That could be some of you are doing, or maybe you're thinking about stepping into the role of a parent. If you are masculine, if you are male, and if you are attracted to women, You know, maybe you're kind of thinking about, you know, your future, and you're thinking about, you know, wanting to be a dad. Your taste in women might be changing, or you might start looking at women or options differently. Like, you know, who's going to be a good partner in life? Who's going to help me build something? Who's going to be a good mom? You know, so some of you might kind of be changing your dynamic and what you're interested in, or you know, you might be going for someone different than your typical type. Your next card here, my dear, is Faith. And so Faith is another major arcana card. Leo, you got some big shifts coming up here ahead. All right. This is another major arcana card, my darlings. Okay. This is going to be what in a lot of other decks you've seen as the Hierophant. In this particular deck, it's called Faith. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you guys, Leo. I feel like you all are going to be in your feelings for a while. This week and for a while. You're going to be in your feelings a lot. Now, I don't feel like you guys are having like a nervous breakdown or like, you know, severe depression or anything like that. I just feel you guys are in very sentimental energy. Okay, because Faith can be, you know, and you guys know I try to keep love and romance separate. You know, it can definitely be like marriage or commitment, or, you know, wanting to honor commitments or looking at relationships more seriously. That could definitely be an aspect, but I try to keep love and relationship outside of the weeklies. So other aspects in which you guys are going to be feeling this energy, not just this week, but for a while. Leo, a lot of you might be examining your relationship with your spiritual beliefs and your religious beliefs. Some of you maybe haven't given it much thought until very recently. Some of you, if you are feeling a desire to have a family or a desire to work on your family, some of you might find yourself getting pulled back into like your childhood roots. You know, like if you went to like a religious school or something, you know, if you like went to like a Catholic school, or if you went to like a Christian school or something, or something religiously based, like you might be reviewing a lot of that in your head, you know, like the lessons that you were taught, the traditions, the ethics, the morals. And you might be thinking that, you know, well, maybe I need to get back into that, you know, and you may be trying to reconcile, you know, your current beliefs with the old beliefs. You may be trying to find like a middle ground, right? Because a lot of people, especially if you've had religion drilled in your head since you were a kid, and believe me, I can relate. I learned to read from a children's Bible. We went to church 3 times a week, plus 1 hour of private one-on-one Bible study. Like, you know, it was just religion 24/7 in my house. And so a lot of people will go through a phase where they'll rebel from that, or they'll be like, oh, that's silliness, right? Like, I'm too logical, I'm too smart to believe in that, I'm too scientific, right? And so they'll go all the way the other end. And I feel, Leo, a lot of you are finding a middle ground. You know, maybe you're not being all like, you know, overtly super duper religious and going and getting all kinds of relics and things and putting them up around your house, you know, but you might be getting a little bit more seriously thinking about like what is out there, right? Like what is out there? What do you believe in? Do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe that God is a frequency, an energy, wavelength, aliens? Like what do you believe? And so Leo, I feel like a lot of you are examining this stuff. A lot of you are beginning to really get more serious about this. And I feel some of you are like wanting to do the right thing. Right? So maybe you're kind of looking at things you've done in the past and you were like, you know, that was kind of, you know, unethical, or, no, I don't know if you say unethical. Like maybe you're just looking at your past and there's things that like you're like, oh, I wish I would have handled that high vibrationally. If you're one of the Leos that's feeling that way, don't beat yourself up about it, guys. You know, most people don't intentionally do something low vibrational. We do the best we can in the moment. And as we learn and as we grow and as we wake up, we might realize, oh wow, well maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I should have handled that differently. It's because you're old, you're waking up now, right? So it's, don't beat yourself up for not knowing what you didn't know, right? That there's no sense in that. How can you be mad at yourself for not knowing something? If nobody taught you, you're not going to know it, right? Or if you didn't have the experience to figure it out, you're not going to know it. So don't be too hard on yourself. Your next card here, my dears. Ooh, I told you. Oof, 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 I told you. I told you. Okay. Now, Page of Cups could be a younger water sign. Okay, so the water signs are going to be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. I don't know why I drew a blank, but I did. So some of you could be dealing with a younger water sign. If you have water in your chart, you may be feeling that aspect of you coming up more. However, my dears, Page of Cups has a very specific reason, I mean, not reason, but message for me when I see Page of Cups come up in my readings. So Page of Cups, a lot of the times I see it come up when somebody is going through a really significant heart chakra awakening or a heart chakra opening. So if you've had like difficult experiences, right? Like say you went through like a terrible breakup, or you've been having family issues and, you know, just disappointments with friends, like everything on top of it. Especially for you guys, Leo, like when a Leo loves hard, right? You guys are like, you're very committed. When you have love for something, like it's you know, 100%, you're all in. And so when you have that love not respected or not appreciated or not returned, not reciprocated, it can be very difficult to process that. And so sometimes people will just completely, totally, they'll shut down, right? And they may even come off as cold or uninterested, but they've been hurt, right? They're closed up. So a lot of you are beginning to heal and release that old stuff. That Scorpio full moon we just had was a doozy. A lot of the world is on lockdown. People have nothing to do but, you know, be at home with their thoughts, and they can't avoid them. So a lot of you maybe are processing some old stuff, and now the heart chakra is starting to open. When the heart chakra opens, emotions can be very intense. You might find yourself crying very easily. You might find, you know, commercials on TV or songs on the radio. You might start, you know, jerking some tears, and you're like, what in the world is going on with me? Have I lost my mind, right? Like you might be overwhelmed with the intensity of emotion. Page of Cups just wants you to know, don't worry. You're not going to be this emotionally sensitive forever. It's just that the heart chakra is reactivating. It's opening up again. You're starting to use it again. So in the beginning, it's going to be like hypersensitive. It will pass. The only thing you want to do is write out the feelings. It might be tempting to push them down or ignore them, but don't, because then you're fighting against the heart chakra opening. Let the heart chakra open. Even if you don't care about love, even if you're like, I don't give a damn about love, I'm going to be single the rest of my life, I'm going to live my life and do my thing, you still need the heart chakra to open if you want to have any level of abundance in your life. Because when people are trying to manifest abundance, you know, everybody will talk about the root chakra. And yeah, that's absolutely important. You do need to do your root chakra work. But if your root chakra is open, I don't care how open it is, if your heart chakra is closed, nothing's going to happen. You're not, because the heart is where we receive, right? And if it's closed up, you can't receive. So this is opening. Allow it to open. Even if you don't give a damn about love, even if it's the furthest thing from your mind. So just let yourself be in those feelings and release, okay? Some of you might find that your heart chakra is opening up and taking you through your childhood, okay? Or maybe some of you are having to be around children this week. You know, maybe you've got somebody that is like, oh, well, you're home. Can you please watch my kid for me? Or, you know, some of you might be spending time around kids. And this is kind of helping to open up the heart chakra. Go with it. Okay, go with it. It's happening for your benefit. And even though the feelings might be overwhelming, they will balance out. They will level out. All right, my dears, we're going to go ahead to your next card here. And your next card, my darlings, is the Three of Cups. This is celebration. This is good news coming in. Okay, good news coming in. In some instances, it can be a celebration or a party. Now, I know that right now, depending on where you are in the world, parties and celebrations may not be something that we can get together to celebrate. But you might be having good news coming in this week. Okay, something that's making you very happy. Three of Cups can also sometimes indicate finding like-minded people, finding your community, finding your tribe, which could even be done online, you know. But there's definitely an energy here of coming together and being happy, celebrating. Three of Cups can also sometimes indicate birth announcements, pregnancy announcements, and engagements. And you guys did have the Empress and you did have Page of Cups, and both of those cards are very much linked to like a sense of like, you know, a child energy. So that could be coming up for some of you. You know, you may be getting news this week that, you know, your grown child is expecting. Or you know, you might be getting news that you know, somebody close to you is going to have a baby, or you're getting busy yourself. Maybe some of you, you know, that could be happening. Or in Three of Cups, like I said, it's just celebrations. It's getting together, finding your tribe, engagements, pregnancies, things of this nature. It can also indicate graduations, and I know that right now. There's a lot of people who are upset, who are going to be graduating, and they're not going to be able to have the typical graduation experience. So maybe some of you are getting together with friends or family and you're coming up with a creative way of trying to give somebody in your life that experience. That could be happening for some of you as well. We're going to go ahead and check out your spirit message, my dears. Please be sure to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. They can be very helpful. If you would like a private reading, a personal reading, you can go ahead and schedule one with me on the Calendly link in the description of the video. So your angel card for the week, my darlings, is Angel of Self-Worth. You are currently undervaluing yourself. You might be underestimating yourself too. Undervaluing yourself. It is time to regain your self-worth. So if you're feeling blocked, Leo, if there's like certain things you're trying to manifest in your life and you just can't seem to get it, and it's been blocked for a really long time, the reason for it is there might be a part of you that's not valuing yourself. You know, and this is why Jophiel is with you. I told you guys in the beginning, Jophiel is with you. And here is why, right? And Jophiel's colors are actually pink, like a deep, deep pink. So that's confirmation for me again. You know, she's trying to help you guys be more loving towards yourselves. I think some of you had something happen. Maybe from the beginning, you kind of grew up not having a lot of confidence, you know, maybe you had parental figures who were very hard on you because they thought that it was going to make you tough or strong, and you know, they wanted to like kind of help you toughen up and like, you know, be a badass or whatever, or maybe a lot of bullying in school. So you may have already not had the highest self-esteem or the highest level of confidence. And then maybe you had a significant heartache. You know, maybe you got let go from a job. Maybe you got fired. Maybe you had a bad breakup. And like that was like the last straw. You know, you were just like, you know, very, very down on yourself. And this is telling you that the things that happened to you are not a reflection of you. They didn't happen to you because you deserved them to happen to you, right? Like with parental figures, they just did the best they knew how to do. They just did what their parents did, right? That's why they did it. Not because they thought there was something wrong with you, but because they thought that's what they were supposed to do. They thought they were helping you. job situation. Sometimes we get let go from places as a protection. Sometimes it's not a good energy or environment for us to be around. Okay? And it's just the universe telling us, hey, you are meant for greater things. You are meant for better things. And you need to be open to that. You need to understand and realize that that doesn't determine your worth or your value. You know, what was it that Einstein said? Einstein said, if you judge a fish on its ability to fly, it will spend its whole life believing that it is stupid. We're not all meant to do the same thing, you know? And that's the wonderful world of it. You know, what if we had a world where, you know, everybody was a lawyer, or we had a world where everybody was a mechanic? Like, how is that gonna work? That doesn't make sense. How is that gonna work? So we need different kinds of people. We need different kinds of intelligence. We need different kinds of skill sets, right? There's different kinds of intelligence, and value the intelligence that you have, the creativity, you know, what you're bringing to the table, right? Look at nature. Every animal performs some function. They're all crucial to life on the planet, right? If the bees died out, we're all gonna be gone, right? And you wouldn't know that. You just might think, oh, it's this little flying bug, you know, you wouldn't realize how important it is. So same thing with people. We're all performing a function that keeps the flow going and keeps life going, right? So, you know, ask Archangel Jophiel this week to help you see yourself the way that heaven sees you, to help you love yourself the way that heaven loves you, and to, be able to manifest and create positivity and beauty in your life, because you deserve it, my dears. Okay? So if you want to watch the channeled angel messages for the month or the love videos for the month, those are linked in the description of the video. If you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule through Calendly. I know I talked a little bit about the full moon and the retrograde, and a lot of you have been asking me really like big astrology kind of questions when you're scheduling your private readings. I love reading for you guys, but I'm an intuitive reader. I read the cards through intuition, and I read cards. So I'm not an astrologer. I don't want to give anybody false information because I'm not an expert in astrology. But Truly Divine is still offering you guys the 30% off with the Angel 30 code on as many reports as you want. So if you want to get more information geared to your specific astrological chart, or have your birth chart analyzed, you can definitely go to them and take advantage of the 30% off of their already very reasonable prices. If you want a card reading, an intuitive reading, I'm happy to do that for you through the Calendly link. If you liked this beautiful deck that I used, you might want to check out last week's weekly forecast and the love readings for May, because it's a deck from the same artist. And I'm giving away a brand new set of those cards from the love readings from this artist. So if you're interested in winning the card deck or a free 30-minute private reading from me, just go to Amethyst Angelite, Facebook and Instagram, and just like and comment on the posts. If you like the post, give it a like. If there's something you want to say about it, give it a comment. And towards the end of the month, I'm going to pick one person from Facebook and one person from Instagram, and one person will get the card deck and one person will get the private reading. So I've decided to do this every single month from now on. So if you're not already on the social media, if you want to take advantage of that, be sure to do that as well. I always post daily messages there. I thank you guys so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm wishing you a wonderful week, my dears.